What's going on, y'all? So Waves has announced the CLA NX. So we now have Ocean Way Nashville NX, the original NX, Abbey Road Studio NX, and now CLA NX. I think we're getting close to Waves putting these in an NX bundle. So if you're not familiar with the NX series, these are plugins for mixing on headphones and they emulate famous studio spaces. So of course the CLA NX emulates CLA's mix environment in his studio. Let's take a closer look. So here is CLA NX. If you're familiar with the NX series, this will look very familiar. You have your studio layout, which is CLA Studio, and then you've got your controls for the NX, which are standard across all of the NX series. You have a choice between your monitors, which this one gives you the choice between 3 pair. You have your head tracking. So when you install NX, you also get the head tracking app as well, which is going to track your head movement. So you can see in the middle of the screen here, it's tracking my head movement as it moves. You can rotate the studio with this knob here, and what you hear will also follow you rotating this studio as well. So with me putting it this way, you're going to hear as if you turned your head in the studio to that direction. All right, you've got your ambience control and your overall level control. Headphone EQ, if you have one of these headphones listed, which it doesn't look like they've added any new ones. You can select it here, and you have your head modeling here. So when you first set this up, you can measure your head, which will go for the head tracking. So the 2 things that I noticed as soon as I opened this, first thing I noticed was, why the hell are there 2 different clocks on the wall? That's odd to me. Second thing I noticed is that if you look at the head modeling here, the circumference 60, ear to ear 30. So when I got the Ocean Way Nashville NX, I measured my head, I inputted the settings, and I saved the current settings as default. So it's nice to see that it retained my same settings, even though this is a different plugin. So I like that. Over here, you've got your head tracking device that you can choose from, different webcams that's connected to the computer. Okay, so let's get into my thoughts here of NX. So we've got 3 different monitors here. CLA 10, which are NS10s plus a sub. You've got the mains, which are the ones up top here. And then you've got Boombox, which Boombox is a, well, it's self-explanatory, it's a Boombox. So 3 different monitors here. So I've been listening to a mix that I've done on my monitors. I don't mix on headphones. And in this, I didn't pick this one up. I just demoed it here to review it. I did purchase Ocean Way Nashville NX just because I've been in Ocean Way before. So that was a kind of cool thing for me. But this one, so I'm not a fan of NS10s, and so yeah, I'm really not a fan of this CLA 10 sub here, this first pair of monitors here. I don't know, it just feels a little harsh in the high mids to me, but I've never been a fan of NS10s. The mains here have too much ambience, in my opinion. I mean, of course, you can turn it down here, but just by its default setting, I mean, it does achieve the feeling of being in a room, or because it has that ambience around it, which is kind of creepy and it's something that you have to get used to. But with the mains, I almost feel like it's too much ambience going on there. But the mains also have a lot of bass, and I mean a lot. My headphones are rattling when I'm playing this mix that I have up now through these mains. The Boombox, I mean, not something that I would really monitor my mix through, but I mean, you do have the option. I mean, compared to the Ocean Way Nashville, it has 2 monitors. So this one has 3. I believe Abbey Road's has 3 as well. So do you have to get this, or do you need this if you have Abbey Road's or Ocean Way Nashville? I don't think so. I mean, it's really just another flavor. It's just a different space that's been modeled. And, all of these spaces are going to sound different. They're all different spaces, all different monitors. Like I said, personally, for me, this one, I've never been a fan of NS10. So between this and Ocean Way Nashville, the other one that I own, I do prefer the Ocean Way Nashville over this one. It's just a smoother sound to me. You do get a 7-day demo with this. So if you have Ocean Way Nashville, if you have Abbey Roads, I would recommend demoing this, trying out first, and see if you like it preferred to those other ones. Again, it's just another flavor, just another different sound, and everyone has their own preference. And yeah, this one's not for me. But if you want to learn more about this or check it out more, I do have a link in the description. Any questions, comments, let me know, and I'll catch y'all next time. I want to invite you to check out my podcast, the Faders Up Podcast, where we discuss pro audio and beyond. We discuss everything from recording to gear to the music business. So if you're an audio engineer, songwriter, recording artist, music producer, this podcast is for you. We recently started season 2, and we're going to have a lot of listener questions on this season, as well as some really cool guests that's lined up and giveaways as well. So if you've already subscribed and followed the podcast, thank you. If you haven't, it's available on all platforms, and I encourage you to check it out. Also, rate it and review it and let us know what you think.